Hi. Well, hi.
Hey.
Yeah. This week has been very similar to the last 3 weeks, really just focusing on the must-do tasks while working in the business, but also making sure I'm doubling down on tasks working on the business. And those two different areas of focus are absolutely crucial to making sure that this business will be successful. Now, for those that are new here, hey, how you doing? My name's Chris, and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had quite a few people join the channel. So, hey, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Now, I started reselling in 2021. I took a chance on myself. I actually left the 9 to 5. The actual goal was to build a business, but also to create a podcast, which is called Further Your Lifestyle. Now, in doing so, I never imagined that this is where I would be in this business journey. Obviously, I had the intention to grow a business, but that journey always is different when we get there. I kicked off with reselling, flipping, and turning thrift finds into profits. But I really think now, after 4 years, this is my 4th year starting, that it's only really been 1 year of business. You see, as I was going through the flipping process, as I was doing the thrifting, I realized that that stuff is not consistent. I love it. I absolutely love it. It works a charm. But I needed something that was going to be consistent, something that was going to enable me to be able to bring in staff, pay staff, put in processes, and enable things to be continuous and to have that throughput without my worry and concern. And I didn't want to build a job for myself either. So year 4 now, I really feel like that the results are better than ever. And I've only really tapped into having a business, a proper business, for only the last 1 year. Now, with that all in mind, this is really just the start of what I want to create. And I'm taking you guys along for the journey. Each week, I'm just documenting, sharing that progress. I've been doing this for the last 3 years, documenting it, but I've kind of changed up the style. And with that in mind, I really want to just make sure people understand that this is my business. This is how I'm building my business. And I'm just sharing it, documenting, bringing you along for the ride in a raw kind of vlog style. So if that really interests you, this is a perfect video for you. So again, I'm just going to be documenting the progress that I've made this week. But if you are interested in the financials and some of the lessons learned from this week for myself, if you stick around to the end, I will have all those details. I do have timestamps down below if you want to jump in, if you want to find something more particular for your style. We've got a big jam-packed week this week. It's all over the place, lots of fun. So buckle up, let's get into it. It's Tuesday today, and look, I'm a bit out of sorts because there's a number of reasons. There's lots of things going through my head, but one, it's Tuesday. We skipped Monday because it was a public holiday here in Melbourne. And I've been trying to be very intentional with taking time off when I can. So I took all of yesterday off and just, I did do, a couple of admin things, but really just went tools down basically. So we have lost a day this week, and it's going to be a big week. And last week in the vlog of, filming what I've been doing, running my business, I actually left you guys with a bit of a cliffhanger of opening up another storage unit. So that's what the focus is, well, for today at least anyway, is helping you understand what is the intention of that. So I'm going to take you through that in a second. But we've got a lot going on this week. We have to unpack, sort, prep, process all the extra collectibles I got. I got another bunch on the weekend. I did a round 2 pick of this guy's collectibles that he'd been wanting to get rid of because he was downsizing. So I've got to do all that this week. I do have a big washing pickup today, so drop off more, so I have to pick it up downstairs. But that's about 200 pairs of shorts and probably about 50 shirts. That's getting dropped off. We did get to a resolution about the laundry, which I'll talk about a bit as well. Yeah, there's lots going on, and it's just me today. I don't have my photographer today, which is okay because I'm not planning to do clothing, but I've got plenty of other stuff to do. We do have 40 packages going out from the long weekend. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, last week I did my best week again. I did around 5,400 and I think it was $37 or something like that, which is just blows my mind. So we're definitely moving. There's a whole bunch of things I want to chat about, whether it's today or this week, we'll see. There's other things coming up this week. We're moving a million miles, but I'm loving every single step of it because this is the growth, or this is the process that I want to follow to see the growth anyway. So less on me, let's go to the storage unit. All right, so this is already filling up pretty quick. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. Don't have power in here yet. Still getting all that sorted out, but the whole purpose of this unit will be for storage and pre-processing, and then I've got my actual photo processing storage, and then I've got my listed item storage unit as well. So at the moment I'm just putting things in places where I want them, but I got to do a big change of this. There'll be shelving in here, there'll be some adjustments here, but the idea is clothing will go here. That's getting prepped and sorted in terms of going through bales and stuff. This will be one of my consignment shelves. This will be another consignment shelf, and then this will be other deals that I get that will go all in here. So it's a bit dark. This is just to make room in the other ones. All of this will be materials like boxes, packaging, bubble wrap. But that's going to happen over a bit of time. For now, today's goal is I've got to start to process all of this. This came in Saturday, Sunday, and there's a bit over there as well. So that's the goal. I'm going to go set up the shop and everything now, but just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on this, and there'll be more conversation on this as we progress. So yeah, I'm going to unpack all this. It's really hot here. All right, just got to pull that out and we're good to get to some work. All right, it is time to pick a whole bunch of orders. We've got 41 orders going out, and we've just hit 47,600, which is a new all-time high. So I'm going to pick all these and I'm going to show you all of them here. So let's have a look. And there we go, it all is there. So much clothes. Had someone come through, do multi-purchases. There's probably actually a total of, must be about 60 items potentially, but you know, there's bulked up orders and whatnot. So it's all clothes, electronics and bits and bobs. A little Kenny. This guy's gone for $60 to the US. Got some phones, electronics, an old video game console. We do have this guy going out as well. And the big bolo for today that's going out is this puzzle. It's gone for $260. And I picked that up at $7.99 from Savers, I think it was. So definitely look out for the puzzles. We did complete it and made sure that it was all there. So yeah, that took 3 weeks. 5,000 piece puzzle as well. Right, I'm going to pack all this up, and my washing should be here in the next 45 minutes or so. All right, just had a mad dash down to pick up all the washing. Now this is the stuff, this is the one that was purple, and she did offer to fix it. It kind of made it worse, so that's okay. I am getting a credit for this and the other damaged ones. I think I'm getting 150 in total taken off now, off my next wash, which is fine. So look, it is what it is. I mean, this isn't, I don't know if I'll be able to sell this, to be honest. Someone might want it, but it's more, I just wanted to see how it turned out. So I've got all these now. I'm going to unpack all the shirts, get them all flat laid out, and the shorts will probably just stay in the bags for now. I'm going to do that. Sorry folks, had a phone call. That's all done now. All flat laid, all the shirts. These are the ones that had the errors. We're going to go through and see if it's worth selling, or they'll just go to donation pile. All the shorts will actually stay out for a bit. I mean, like, stay in the bags for a bit. Don't need to get them out or flat lay them or anything like that. And I'm actually starting a new process with the shorts. So one of the things that I think about when building this business is the longevity of it, and putting in processes in place that will enable a better throughput. So I'm implementing some new things that I've never seen anyone else doing. Maybe they are, but they just don't talk about it. And that will be going into testing mode next week. and that's to help the photographers, if there's photographers, and listers, if there's listers, to do it more effectively and efficiently. So it should ensure quality is there and consistency along the line. So more on that in a bit to come, like probably a few weeks or whatever. And yeah, all right, I'm going to get back to work. Here's an interesting one for you. This has come from one of my consignments. This is called an AGS TVG 101, and it's like a vintage video game retro console. Bit beat up, bit banged up here and there, but pretty cool. This one's gone for basically $102, so pretty cool to see this going out. Definitely random. It's only been sitting there for about 2-3 weeks, so just thought I'd share that one because it's a bit of a random one. So another interesting thing that's just literally just happened while we're here. I was just about to print all this off, and I've had a sale come through of 7 cameras, all going to China, and they're all parts not working. So hey, I'll take it. Got to pack this up and print it off. We're a little bit behind today. Had a few interruptions, a few phone calls and things like that, but it's all part of doing it. And after this, then we're actually going to do some real work and start processing some goods. All printed out. Now to put it onto there. All right, postage is all done, as you can see right there. Joggers. I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to start doing some actual work. I've had this is what's interesting actually. Today I have spoken to 3 different suppliers of all different parts of this business, right? So I've spoken to my supplier for clothing, I've spoken to one of my consignment clients, and then I've also done a phone call with someone else regarding a potential new opportunity. So it's been a busy morning, and we've packed a total of around 60 items into 42 orders. I'm exhausted, but this is the part of growth. Team. Alright, I've been doing a whole bunch of Lego. This is all vintage Lego. We're talking real old. So we've got 20 listings in here. Now done all those photos. Just been getting a bit more stuff to set up so I'm ready to go for tomorrow. I've also got to get out some more clothing. All this is from the collectors that I got, and just sort through what's for washing and what's for photographing. Got a few other things here that I'm just getting ready for tomorrow when I'm in after backpacks, so that I'm good to go to process stuff, and then I'm going to start packing up, and then I'm going to get out of here. So I'll see you in a jiffy. Folks, it's Wednesday. We're back at it. Just finished up at Backpacks for Vic Kids. It's been we've been very productive of recent. We've got some new changes there, and it's all going very, very well. Hope you're all doing well. For me, it's I know for you it's only been like 2 minutes, not even that. But for me, look, there are a million things going through my head at the moment. Now today's priority at the shop, just finished at Backpacks at 12 o'clock. Just to give you context, my priority today is a couple of things. I've got to do some pick, packing and posting. I've got 14 items to go out, and then I have to do a consolidation at some stage today because we're out of space in the current inventory storage unit. So that's basically, we take all the clothes out, we re-SKU them in terms of, we reorder the SKUs, moving them across into the different bays. I'll give you a bit more understanding of that once we get there, and then I'm just going to do photos. So I've got my photographer there doing the clothing today. I'm focusing purely on the collectibles and other goods like that. So I'll bring you along for the ride. I'll show you around what we're doing when I get there, and yeah. By the way, if you've got questions along the way in this video, chuck them down below. More than happy to answer. Anyway, let's go to the storage unit. Alright team, we have 14 items going out. We're on 47,421, and basically everything going out is just clothes. This is all clothes in here, and then I've got one collectible going out, which is from that big collector's buyout. This is going for 255. It's just a Harley Quinn and Joker figurine, brand new in box. So yeah, I'm going to get all this packed up, and then I'm going to start the consolidation of all this. We should get a lot of space. So basically the way we do it is For instance, I'm going to start from the end, but these move into that one and they shuffle into that one, and then by the end of it we should have, hopefully, I reckon we'll have, I do actually have a little tool here that tells me we should gain roughly 13 boxes, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to pack all this up. Alright, so we've just started this and we've gotten to here and we've already gained one shelf, so I'm going to continue to do all this, and then all this, all this, all this, all this, all the way to the end. Then I come back here and then I do the one out there, and hopefully we'll get all of those back in here. But look, there's plenty of empty spots, so I think we'll have no problems getting lots of space. Just let you guys know, so at the same time while I've been doing the sorting, my photographer's been doing all these and all these. Got a whole bunch of shirts that have come from well, shirts and jackets that have come from the collector that I purchased off, but the next thing that we're going to do is I've got the washing pickup of all the remaining North Face, so she's going to be doing all that, getting all that done, and going through and putting it into IKEA bags for pickup tomorrow morning. So, and I've got a credit for the damage the other day, so that will help take off some of the cost on some of these more heavier items, which is pretty cool. So just letting you know what happens. Well, you know, while I'm doing these different things, I choose to do this because I'd rather my worker do photos or do things which is more revenue focused. This is more maintenance stuff at this point. So yeah. Alright, we are done. We have now moved all the R.M. Williams that was in this corner here. It's all in here on the movable. But we have actually pulled out a total of 15 boxes, and been able to take all the ones from the other unit and put them in here. And I still have, looks like 10 left. So it worked out very, very good, which means now we're finally not out of space again. Still need the third unit. That's for other things, but this just takes a bit of the pressure off, and we can get back to just doing actual work. And have now basically packed up all the washing into these bags, which will be picked up tomorrow morning. These are all fleece North Face jackets. So there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 or 8 bags going out. So. And it was Thursday. What's going on, folks? So today the plan today is a lot of just photos and prepping and sorting all the collectors lot that I got over the weekend. Not from the first round that I did, but from the second round. So today's priority first will be 2 big boxes of books, and then some more quick wins. I've got some bigger, bulkier items that I'll work through. And hopefully that should get us a good, probably a good 40-50 listings out of the books, I reckon, and out of some of the other quick wins. And then we'll work on maybe some of the long tail items as well. There's some stuff that I've got to do a bit of research on, but I don't have to worry about that at this point. It's just a matter of getting stuff photoed, but it's more around understanding, do I put things in bundles or do I put things in individuals, or, you know, la-di-da-di-da. So that's the priority today. I do have 10 items to send out. Probably likely end up being about 15 by the time I actually send. So that's that. I do have my photographer in today, so they will be doing the usual, doing clothes. They usually aim to do about 50 to 70 items when they are in. So that usually gets us close to 2.5 days worth of obviously listings. I do 25 at the moment, but I'm wanting to start to grow that now that I'm doing alternative stuff on the side. So between myself and my photographer, usually we can start to bring together anywhere between that 75 and 100 items per day. And then I want to start to actually list 30, 40, and then move that up more and more. So busy day, that's that. I did want to just address one thing, something that's just kind of been making me curious, makes me laugh, but it also, look, I won't lie, it plays with my mental space as well, my headspace, is, you know, and I've spoken about this on my live stream, and I've spoken about this in a few other videos, is the people that go out of their way to actually tell me that what I'm doing doesn't work, or the doubters, or the haters, or the people that just look at things from such a naive perspective. There's some people that, you know, talk about the profits, which obviously profits is number one important, but the reality is, you know, I'm building a business and I'm paying 2 staff. I have obviously multiple storage units to be able to suffice that. And it's just funny how people get so worked up in making themselves feel so much better about themselves because they think they're making more profit. Look, if you're making more profit than me, great, good on you, mate. You don't have to worry about watching my content. But I'm not doing this for a short term. I'm doing this for a 10-year plan. So I just wanted to readdress that. Like, I mean, people, you can say whatever you want. I'm going to continue to work on what I'm building, and I'm going to continue, whether it be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Like, I'm doing this with conviction, knowing it's what I want and I know where it's going. So I just really wanted to harp on that quite firmly. And, you know, I don't, look, it does impact me, the people that do bring negativity into this space. But the long-term way I look at it is I don't care what you think. Like, I'm being very honest. I don't care what you think, but it does impact me. I'm trying not to care about it because I'm going to be doing this regardless. So I'm trying to, you know, push that aside. I'm more than happy to take critique, feedback. If people don't think things are working, give suggestions, ideas. Open to that 100%. But, you know, please don't sit behind your keyboard and tell me this, oh, this is not much profit, or this doesn't really make sense, or oh, it's not feasible for someone else, or what. Of course it's not, because we're all different. We're all doing it in a different way. Bit of a rant, but I think it's called for. So I got to stand up for me, my life, what I'm doing. But I don't have to prove anything to you. I just got to prove it to myself. But anyway, just wanted to bring that message out loud and clear. And to all the supporters, to all the lovers, the ones that have been here enjoying these vlogs and me sharing, I appreciate you, every single one of you. Thank you very much. It means the absolute world to me to be able to share this, and people do come along. And I've had a few people reach out in DMs and ask some other questions, and I'm happy to help. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. I'm not going to do it for you. But if you've got questions or need some clarification, of course, I'm going to lend a hand, because that's what people did for me. And that's a way to grow and learn, right? So more than happy to do so, but just don't come looking for to be spoon-fed, and please don't start doing negative comments just because it's going to make yourself feel better about yourself, because that's just sad. All right, let's go to storage unit. All right, we're all set up. I've actually also got to get all this on the trolleys. These are getting picked up in about 1 hour. This is all North Face and fleece and stuff that we did yesterday. This is what my worker will be doing today. All of this, and maybe some of this. So, woohoo! Folks, before I do some postage, I just wanted to start off with some fun stuff for today. So I'm going to take you through really quickly, all the books that I got from the collector. These are all fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, and a few other bits and bobs in here as well. Just pulling them all out, sorting them into bundles and sorts. As you can see here, there's quite a lot. Yeah, and then there's still all these to go through, and then at the bottom of this is more Dungeons and Dragons as well, so actual manuals and guides. So quite a lot. Pretty happy with all this. It's gonna be a nice little pile to get through today. So, woohoo! Alright, so we are now doing the picking, packing and posting. We've only got 10 items going out today. We're at 47,763. Got this big camera going out, which is pretty cool. Picked this one up for, I think it was 20 bucks at my local op shop. He's gone for, what has he gone for? He's gone for $100.15. We've got these Sony noise cancelling headphones. They've gone for about, they're going for $189.30. Then we've got a few iPads going out, an iPhone, and then a few shirts. So not too bad at all. I'll probably start to pack this, but I won't process them until a bit later, because usually by the time 2 o'clock there's probably another 3 or 4, even 5 orders have come through. So I'll start to get this ready, waiting for the washing to my washing lady to arrive, and then can really get started into the day. All right, folks, we have started on the books, a whole bunch here. And then just made up another pile, but we're going to have some lunch now. If people can't figure out what I'm having for lunch by now. This is a bit of a pop quiz. Let me know in the comments below. And you don't get anything, you just get bragging rights. I'm going to have lunch and then continue on. Alright team, quick little update. So, smashing through the books. Also did some game workshop stuff. And I'm about to start, and then final 30 minutes of the day, some advanced Dungeons and Dragons. We've gotten through quite a lot of the fleece today. Still got a few books here to do. Some of these aren't really quick wins. I mean, there's a few bundles there, but I just wanted to take a break and do a few other things. I'm doing those. I've also got a whole bunch of magazines down here. Sorry, comics, not magazines. Postage is done. And I've got a whole bunch of pretty cool video game ties, which are pretty cool. They're all just been done as well. And all this space still, so pretty happy. It's actually been a pretty quiet day today. We've been having a pretty good run over the last few weeks and days, but today's been real quiet. Got a little Splatoon 3 jumper here as well. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to finish up a couple of things and then probably be getting out of here in the next probably 30 minutes or so. So I'll do a few more bangers and then cha-cha-cha. Alright team, we're all done. Still got all this to do. Did some really good stuff here. There's probably, well, this alone should be about $900. That should be about $100. Actually probably even $250. And then the books here, there's probably about $700 worth. Some crazy stuff, probably even more than that, because those Dungeons and Dragons will go for crazy amounts. Done that, packed up all in here, just sold a whole bunch of Lego as well, but I'm packing up now. So I'm gonna just get this back inside. This isn't gonna stay here, so you don't, maybe you can come along for the ride actually. Here we go. That's all done. Not too bad. I'm going to take that because I got another private pick tomorrow. And yeah, we're all done. Let's get out of here. Folks, it's Friday. We've got Carla. So currently Carla's actually working part-time, so she doesn't actually work on Fridays. So today a little bit different. Not necessarily going to the storage unit today. So this morning we're actually going over to Retro Rescuers. They put up a post on their Instagram that they're getting rid of a bunch of stuff just because they're going to be moving shortly. And yeah, I reached out and well, a couple of days later, here we are. We're heading down there, so we're going to go there. Probably spend a bit of time there going through tubs and bits and bobs and who knows what else. And then afterwards I've got a consignment pickup. And if timing goes all well, I'll be dropping all that off at the unit later today. But this is what it's kind of like. There is certain days where I don't actually go to the storage unit at all, and I'm spending time going out sourcing or picking up things, or sometimes meeting up with people for deals or whatever. And today is one of those days. So not sure how much I'll be showing because I really just want to focus and pay attention to obviously what I'm buying and what I'm doing. But if I can show you stuff and share stuff, I will along the way. So, and of course we've got Carla along the way. Folks, we're here. Mitch the man himself. And we're already starting to go through the big collection of goodies.
There's a couple of alright things in here.
Yeah, there's some already good stuff, but I'll take everyone through it a bit later, but just wanted to make sure I said hi. Well, hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Alright, let's go get a tub.
So this is the hard goods.
Let's go.
35, 10, 15, 10, 2, 10, 20, 197 $4 teas, but then you bought a whole bunch of other ones as well. So
oh boy.
let's get ready to. Let's get ready. So let's go 197 times 4. I didn't go to school. 197 times 4, 788.
Oh yeah.
That's not too bad. I was expecting more.
Yeah.
Like you could do 200 teas.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go with this is the more higher end t-shirts now. It's a pretty big list. There is some caps in here. So when I say caps, I'm not even going to say what they are.
Don't say what they are, just give me the number.
Okay. Total, are ya?
Let's do the total.
All right, so one lot was 1,012, and I want my $2.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want my
Add
two.
it up.
Yeah, so 1,012.
Yep, plus.
Plus 788.
Yeah.
And I want my $8.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other one is 540.
Yeah.
So what's that?
It is 2340.
Oh, 2340. That's not too bad.
Okay.
2,340.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Oh.
That's pretty fair.
That's fine. Can I get the list off here though?
Yeah, of course.
Folks, we're at the storage unit. Gonna drop it all off, and we are chockers. Just chockers of stuff. So we're gonna get this happening and then take it up into the storage unit. Just a bit. Yeah, that's right. Look at everything here. We got some hats, Darth Maul hats. We got clothes for days, little trolls. Is it a good deal?
Yeah. Thanks, Mitch and Erin.
Yeah. A big thank you. Good timing. Good timing. A good radio. Carla's already ironed this one off. It's a tub full of goosebumps. I'm not taking you all through this at this point, folks. It's more so just dropping it off and then we're getting out of here. So. Alright folks, this is going to be the end of the week, but just to give you some perspective of why I needed the third unit is I'm about to show you. And because I knew this deal was coming, and I've actually got another deal coming soon as well, but this is what it's currently looking like. At the moment, nothing is sorted. I mean, I showed you at the start of the week, but it is chockers. But the idea is there'll be a bit of a process in here to be managing all this, but that's for another day. I'm excited to be able to start to sort through all this stuff. There's some really interesting things in here. Pretty cool, really good deal. Again, thank you, Mitch and Erin. Really do appreciate it. I don't think I'll see you Saturday, Sunday. If I do, well, you'll see more of this. Otherwise, yeah, what a week and what a day. And of course, a big shout out to Carla for all the help. Whoop. Right, team, ciao. So there you go. This week has actually been another busy week. It's been overwhelming just to see the continued progress. There's things changing on a constant basis, which is okay. I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it, and I'm getting comfortable with it. It's, I mean, things have always changed in the business. If you've seen and been following my progress for the last, 3-4 years, you have seen that progress change and how I'm been doing things, but things are just changing a lot quicker because I've just grown so quick in the last couple of weeks. And this week we've done another 4K plus week. It might actually be a bit more by the time I've actually finished this week because I'm filming this before the end of the week. But if you want to see the actual number, here it is. Before we jump into the financials, there are a couple of quick lessons and takeaways that I want to really share and play back. This is for myself just as much as for anyone else listening, and my big takeaways from the week. So number one is, yes, we are making some serious progress. And number two is, yes, we are making some amazing growth. But with growth comes the byproduct of demand for time. Now, if you didn't watch the whole video, I'll summarize it here. I did get a new storage unit this week, which meant there's more time getting all that set up, having to get it all ready for how I want to operate it. And I've kind of delayed that, but I've actually been able to move that storage unit to the one next to my current storage units. So it's kind of been just a week of holding that stuff there, because now I've got my units right next to each other. This third one was actually too far away. It wasn't too far away, but it was far away, probably about 70-meter walk, but it's not really a big issue. But I'm glad I held off, because now I'm going to be able to set up the third unit right actually next to my other two units. We've now got more stock than ever, which requires additional sorting. It requires additional processing, but it does save me a lot of time going out hunting, sourcing, and having to go out and maybe not even find anything. However, come with this is some downsides, which is these categories or these new products. A lot of them are collectibles and they're not all the same. There's no streamlined process for them. Similar to the electronics, when I get the electronics, I've got a bit of a process for that now. But it does mean that I am the one that's going to have to photo these and process these, because that's, I haven't implemented anything of a consistent basis and routine or a staff procedure for these. So that takes a bit more of my time, which is okay. I do have a lot of stock for my staff to be actually processing themselves, and I don't have to worry about it. So that is a win-win. It means in the same amount of time that I'm working, I'm getting double the amount of results because someone else is doing it at the same time. they're purely focusing on clothing. So the challenge for me this week is about making sure that I'm using my time effectively for basically quick wins, but also for the long-term growth. And I spoke about that at the start of the video. I've had to focus my time on, things within the business, such as, picking, packing, and posting, and getting all these sourcing items, and the new categories, and working at how I'll be handling that and the storage unit, while also thinking about how am I growing the business. So working on the business, so linking long term, what are the next moves, where we go from here, and some of the things that are going to set up the business for the next couple of months. And a deeper dive into that is, I have to ask myself, how do I process these new categories? Can I keep getting these new categories on a consistent basis? And which ones are the ones to prioritize? Which are the items to prioritize first, move quickly? Which ones don't require as much work or research to do? How will I be managing this going forward? And most of all, how am I making sure that I leverage my time the best alongside my workers? Now, I kind of already covered that a bit, so I think that gives you clarification of where my mind's at, what I'm doing. And of course, a lot of this now trickles into the next week, because I've just finished the week, so now I've got to go do all that stuff. So I did pick up that big lot from Retro Rescuers, which I'm so grateful for, to be able to get those goodies. That's a lot of clothing. There is some collectibles in there too. There's a lot of replenishable collectibles in there, meaning multi-quantity items, which obviously makes my life a little bit easier. So the good thing about that lot is I'll be able to process it while the clothing is being done by my staff as well. So that makes it a lot easier. Let's dive into the financials. But look, month to date compared to last week, that's really what I want to talk to you guys about this week. And look, I'm going to be quite frank here. I did do this a little bit in the video already, but there was quite a bit of, conjecture and throwouts that this business is not sustainable, or this business is not realistic. Now, I've been getting a lot of this since the start of the year, and, I've been frank that it obviously does play with my mental space. But at the end of the day, there's a couple of things that I want to say and just remind everyone. And this is also me saying it out loud to make sure that I'm getting it off my chest and clearing it out of my head. But two things I'll say is, number one is thank you for all the messages and for all those that are supporting and encouraging this journey. Some people are giving me constructive criticism, like giving me some good feedback, some ideas, but there's been a lot of people just jumping into DMs, sending me a message or a comment or an email, and just, enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, and loving what they're watching. That means the absolute world to me. Thanks for coming along for the ride. There's plenty of this to come. The second thing I will say is to the doubters and to the negative nuffies, I'm not here to tell you how to run your business, right? I've been very clear with that, and I'm here running mine. And that's how I'm running mine, how I'm choosing to run mine. Of course, I'm open to feedback, but if you want to have a genuine conversation about this, let's have it. But also, when you're thinking about being a keyboard warrior, hiding behind the screen, saying something and not really coming to the table to compare apples to apples, I need to, if you want to have a genuine conversation, let me know who you are and what you're doing and how is that relevant to the same scale or to the same business model as mine. Because it's very hard to learn from someone that when you don't have context, if they're just, saying, oh, you shouldn't do this, or this isn't profitable, or this doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to get into too much detail because I'll get too much worked up. But at the end of the day, if you don't like these videos, please leave, right? You don't have to watch them. Like, I want as many people watching this because I think you'll learn something. But if you don't enjoy them, and if you don't want to be here, or you don't like me or whatever, fine. Go somewhere else. That's okay. Anyway, as I said, I'm open for feedback, open to have a conversation. This is why I document it. I'm trying to learn myself. I'm trying to show the growth, show the progress, and what it takes to actually get through the challenges, the wins, but also the downs. So last week, this is where we landed at the end of last week. So this is what you saw last week, and this is what I want to show you for this week. So this week, we've had some amazing growth. We're starting to see a lot of the profits now start to come in, because at the start of the month, obviously all my expenses arrive because I'm paying out consignments, I'm paying storage, I'm paying all these reoccurring costs that land at the first week or the first couple of weeks of the month. We're now starting to tick over that, and we're starting to see some of the numbers actually start to look very presentable. Sales are up, net profit is up, which is the main number everyone's after, but we're seeing quite a lot of volume in terms of revenue coming through, but also the ASP is up, and my costs are coming down a little bit in some areas. But I think the key thing that I like to see here is, yes, the net profit is now 21%, but also my rebuy opportunity is above that 1 mark, meaning every time I sell an item, I'm able to replenish that item in cost, meaning I've got the funds to do it. So that's really where I want to be. Still very, very lucrative to see these results. It's very encouraging, and I'm excited to be able to see where it's going to go over the next couple of months and weeks as well. Appreciate you all being here. If you've got any questions or comments from all this video, back on down below. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.